Welcome everyone. I am Swati from Sri Venkateshwara College of Engineering, second year, third sem. Now, I am here to explain about the concepts of probability. Now, let us start the session. The topics to be covered are introduction of basic concepts of probability, sample space, probability of events, union of events, intersection of events, conditional probability, independent events, multiplication rule, complementary events, law of total probability, Bayes theorem, additional lure, conclusion. The topics are introduction. Basic probability of probability refers to the calculation of the likelihood of an event occurring given the probability of another event. It is a fundamental concept in probability theory that helps in understanding complex scenarios. Sample space and events. The sample space is the set of all possible outcomes in an experiment. An event is a subset of the sample space representing a particular or combinations of outcomes. Next is probability of an event. The probability of an event A is denoted as P of A. It can be calculated as the number of favorable outcomes divided by the total number of possible outcomes. Next, union of events. The union of two events A and B is the event that either A or B or both occur. The probability of the union of A and B is denoted as P of A union B. P of A union B is equals to P of A plus P of B minus P of A intersection B. Next is intersection of an events. The intersection of two events A and B is the event that both A and B occurs. The probability of the intersection of A and B is denoted as A P of A intersection B. P of A intersection B is equals to P of A. Next is conditional probability. Conditional probability measures the probability of an event B occurring given that event A has already occurred. The conditional probability of B given A is denoted as P of A of B. Multiplication rule. The multiplication is used to calculate the probability of the intersection of two or more events. It states that the probability of the intersection of events A and B is equal to the probability of event multiplied by the conditional probability of event B given that event A has occurred. Next is additional rule. The addition rule is used to calculate the probability of the union of two or more events. It states that the probability of union of event A and B is equal to sum of the individual probabilities of event A and B minus the probability of that intersection. Mathematically, it can be represented as P of A union B is equals to P of A plus P of B minus P of A intersection B. Next is independent events. Independent events are events that do not influence each other's outcomes. The probability of the intersection of independent events A and B is equal to the product of the individual probabilities of event A and B. Complementary events. Complementary events are events that are mutually exclusive and together and composed the other entire sample space. The probability of an event A and complement A is equal to 1. Law of total probability. The law of total probability states that the probability of an event A is equal to the sum of probabilities of A occurring given different mutually exclusive events B. It is represented as P of A is equals to P of A of B. Bayes theorem. Bayes theorem is used to update the probability of an event based on new information or evidence. It is named often the mathematical Thomas Bayes. Mathematically, it can be represented as P of A of B is equals to P of B of A. Now, we reached the last part of the session, that is conclusion. Basic probability of probability is a fundamental concept in probability theory that helps in analyzing complete scenarios. Understanding conditional probability, multiplication rule, addition rule, etc. in this session. By mathematically these concepts we can make informed decisions and solve various probability problems. Thank you everyone for